It happens.
Yeah. Oh, crap. God, I'm so used to @ everyone. I have to think about it every time I do that. And voice. Oops. Didn't she say she was going to be a little late because of work? I thought I heard that.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah. So what we'll do is wait for this awesome song to finish. We'll get started. And sorry. And let's see, I'll be playing just temporarily Door's character as well as Lady Tefane. And there we go. Music's over.
At least the
All
adventure
right.
starts over with Garrett and Ivo anyway.
Yes, and as we start, you are following someone. You came out of the sewers to a giant green moon hanging low over Bogenhofen. And at this point, this is the next day after you came out of the sewers. You had fun at the city hall trying to get paid, and a couple of other things happened, and you met with the Thieves Guild and made a deal with them. But you found the Ordo Septenarius's warehouse, and the dwarf stomped on in and ruined some heads of lettuce trying to search for something illegal. Couldn't find anything. But Garrett, you were made temporarily invisible by a spell of doors, and you snuck in and you found a note. And that note should be, where did I put the note? Under Shadows over Bogenhofen, handouts, Tugen note. And all goes well. Right. The temple is ready to go. Soon we will all be rich after the Schaffenfest ends. At the sound of the 12th bell, our plans will come to fruition. And at the bottom is the symbol of the Ordo Septenarius, pentagram with a goat head. And at that point, you decided to follow the person who was in charge at the warehouse. He lives in a rundown 3-story building, a small flat that he has up there. And at this point, you followed him across the river over to there while everybody else is at a safe house. And we're good to go. So you're following this guy, and he opens a key, pulls a key out, opens the front door, and goes in. And then closes the door behind him.
So, plan is, as I presumably would have whispered to Garrett while we're following him, when it comes time to jump him, going fast, going hard, don't give him a chance to run or call for help. Alright?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna lock the door behind him. You got a way to open that up?
Oh, actually, my plan was just to, well, either force it or go in, like, right as he's going in.
Well, now would be the time to do it.
That would, yes, it is.
So
I do it.
Darkness has fallen by now, and the two of you go straight up to him. Is that correct?
Like going in as he's making to close the door.
All right. Okay. At this point, well, let's just get a token out to show this guy. There we go. And he goes to close the door and you want to knock it open. Evo and Garrett, who wants
That's
to
right.
make the strength roll? And the other one is assisting.
Well,
I'll
let's
do the
see.
assisting, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, well, unless you got better than 36.
I just got 30, so
hmm
average
Bingo.
crew.
Go for it.
I'm the worst assistant ever.
Oh my God.
Okay, can I first fortune reroll of the day?
Yes. Remember to reset your fortune and your resolve. Go ahead.
Better.
Hey, there you go.
That's a
You didn't
little
need me
better.
after all.
Okay. So the assist is automatic. He gets a +10 on his strength. So, and he took it. So you didn't even have to roll, Garrett. And Evo, you kind of put your forearm right on the door and the two of you push in. And this guy steps back scared. What? I don't have any money on me.
And before, I'm just gonna well,
He's
let's see,
looking
this would be
around
if we did
like
combat surprise rounds, so let's see. Just
yeah.
gonna, well, surprise bonus, if memory serves, pretty much cancels out the bonus for a called shot, so I'm just gonna go and just punch him right in the face.
You get a +1 advantage for surprise. That's how surprise comes into play in a free round of
Nice.
action. So you want to go ahead and hit him in the face or try to grapple
Yes,
him
that
or what?
is a called shot to the head.
It's automatic, actually. You just roll your weapon skill. Yeah, you want a call shot to the head? That's minus.
Yeah, and one
You
sec.
don't. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Call shots -20. You have to roll your base weapon skill unless you have brawling, melee brawling.
I do have melee brawling.
Oh, and then there's a talent where it's automatically allows you strike to stun. Do you have that? Eva,
Oh, sorry.
do you have strike to stun as talent? Let's go look.
I do not. Okay,
Not yet.
I
It's
was,
there.
I swear I remember combat difficulty mentioning a bonus for surprise attacks, but
That's the advantage is your bonus. But yeah, you want to take strike to stun if you're going to be doing a lot of hand to hand because that removes the call shot penalty. You always hit in the head.
okay.
So go ahead. Make a. You probably don't want to call shot. Make your melee brawling.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, the second reroll of the day.
Okay. Wow, that was fast.
Jesus.
Okay, so you hit him with knuckle dusters. He's able to dodge underneath your hit, and he is going to try to run. And you hear him shouting, "Help! Help!" And he's running through a long corridor to another door at the far end. So everyone make athletics +20, everyone being Evo and Garrett.
All right. At least my agility's pretty good. Oh, hey, well, I rolled badly anyway.
Okay, you trip a little bit. Maybe you caught the staircase that actually is in part of this corridor going up. So you kind of ran into it a little bit. But Evo, you've caught right up to him pretty quickly. What do you want to do?
I'm going to attempt to, I don't know. Okay, initial approach was less effective. I'm going to try and intimidate him to get him to shut up. Keep yelling out, and I'm gonna keep yelling out. The next swing's gonna be with a knife, mate.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your intimidate.
And the third reroll of the day.
Oh my god. So
You'll take him down someday.
let's see, a 91, a 97, a 77, and now that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm just. Oh, this is going to be that kind of.
it's going to be that type of day. Okay.
For what it's worth, I do have menacing, so
Yeah, that
should
gives you
kind of mitigate it.
a little bit. Let's see. And what did he roll? And he suddenly bursts. Well, he actually gets to the door. He's not going to have time to use his keys to unlock it from the inside. And so he gets his back right up against the door. He is still screaming at the top of his lungs. You hear a few doors open in the corridor.
All right.
Look to Ivo and go, you handle that, I'll handle this.
All right. So, okay, in that
He's
case,
cornered.
By this and that, I mean you to the guy and me to the crowd.
yeah,
So
I figured.
Okay.
So let's start with you, Eva. You're looking
Let's
right at him.
see.
He's help, help.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'll take another swing at him.
Go ahead.
Punch him in the
He's
neck
saying,
beats.
I told
All right.
you I don't have any money. And you
Oh.
hit him. Ooh, he fumbled.
For some reason,
Uh-huh.
doesn't seem to be calculating my damage bonus from my talent.
It won't. You add that in.
Okay, so that's another +1 from dirty fighting.
Exactly. You just tell me you're doing dirty fighting and your level. So that's a 7-point hit. You pop him right in the head. I'm going to pull up a different character sheet just to roll a fumble. And you hit him in the head and he kind of knocks his head back against the door and slumps a little bit. He's going to try to dodge past you. So make your weapon skill brawling. Now you get back your advantage. So you should have 1 advantage. He's going to try to dodge by you. Go ahead and make a weapon skill +10.
Weapon or opposed?
It's opposed by your weapon skill brawling. So make a brawling +10 off the skills.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get in his way as he tries to dodge by you. And he's now looking desperate. What do you want? What do you want? Now, Garrett, what do you do?
So people are coming out, right? Who is coming out? What's this? How many people? What do they look like?
Most of these are going to be artisans, your average everyday workers. So you see kind of a big guy come out, maybe a old man.
Okay, that's good then.
That sort
So
of
Garrett is going to take a couple sheets of paper from out of his back that we might all recall as being like his writ of nobility. But he's going to make the assumption nobody can read as he just kind of like flashes them and flaps them at everyone and goes, "None to see here, everyone. We got official writ to collect on our debt here. Let this be a lesson. Don't go AWOL on your debts."
Okay,
And this is him outright lying.
Make a charm.
Here we go. Unless the evidence, the papers I have, like count as any bonus.
Okay, no one can read.
Exactly.
They stand there just watching, but nobody takes any moves forward or goes and tries to find the watch. All right, Evo. So what do you want to do?
So, next I'm going to, since he's clearly at a disadvantage, I'm going to grapple him.
Go ahead. Make
Uh,
you should have 2 advantage now. And make
Is it a
a
straight strength roll, or can I use my weapon skill to initiate?
it's a weapon skill. Go ahead. It's a brawling plus advantage. So
All right,
and
right
at
there.
this point you now have him entangled, so you have control of him. All he can do is try to break out. And he says, I told you again, I don't have any money. What do you want?
Hey, take him somewhere private. Let's have a little talk with him about repayment.
All right.
Go ahead, make a make a strength check off the main sheet. Just roll.
Any bonus from advantage on this?
Yes, plus 20.
Or do I get another advantage from succeeding the grapple?
Yeah, plus 30. Go for it. And you succeed in holding him. He rolled 100.
Lovely.
So, I'm not rolling well either. That's 2 100s for me. Okay.
Battle of the failures here tonight, everyone.
No
To be
kidding.
fair, this is common practice here.
All the rolls right now are super high. And where you want to take him?
He's got that key.
Wait, are we still in the building?
Yeah, you're
Or...
still
Yes,
in the
this is in
floor.
the hallway of the building.
Okay.
In the hallway.
All right. So,
You're right next to a door. He just couldn't get his keys out in time to open it.
we're here to see about your employers.
Just get
You're
the
gonna-
door, Evo. We'll talk about it inside.
All right.
Outside.
And
Outside.
Garrett will turn back to the crowd and go, just a little bit of roughing up. He's gonna be fine.
Yep. And so I hand Garrett the key.
Alright, Garrett will go ahead and take the key. He'll open the door for you and let you drag him on in.
Outside, actually. This is on the opposite side of the whole complex. Big long
Oh, okay, so
hallway.
the building is literally just one hallway and a few different rooms. Cool.
Yeah,
That's fine.
there you go. And
So we're actually gonna carry him deeper into the building.
no, actually, you're going outside on the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll drag him into that alleyway over there, Evo.
So you're right here on the other side of this building now, in between a bunch. And you hear from behind, now keep it down, would you? As you close the door behind you, and he's looking really scared. What did I do?
Yeah, at this point, Garrett will, assuming after Ivo's like dragged him into an alleyway and like just set him up against the wall, Garrett will more quietly say, "We already know about Tugan, and you're going to tell us everything else we want to know." And at
I
this
don't
point,
know
he's sort of
Tugan.
flashing the knife from under his cloak.
I don't know Tugan.
We found a note in your office.
Oh, that's my boss's note. He must have left it.
Your boss being?
His name is Klaus Hagen. He lives down in the Adel Ring. He only shows up at the warehouse a couple hours every day. He donates his time for the Ordo Septenarius.
What do you know about your boss of this Tugan?
Nothing. I've never met Tugan. He actually has come by the warehouse a couple of times to inspect it, but that's about it.
Does he inspect other warehouses? Which ones?
I don't know.
At this point, Garrett just needs to kind of see how cooperative this guy really is, or that he feels he is.
Make
What
an
would it be to just kind of
intuition.
an
Intuition.
intuition? Oh yeah, that's actually a skill. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Not very good at it though. Hey, Fumble. he's giving us all he's got.
Yeah, you're pretty confident he's telling the truth.
Could I
Garrett's like
also
rubbing
make?
his chin.
I actually have a better skill in this. Could I also?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Slap some sense into Garrett, please.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
hey, intuition is based off initiative, and I have good initiative. Well,
You-
relative.
you think he's telling the truth? You both think he's telling the truth.
Garrett, meanwhile, in the back of his head is going, "Oh wow, I fucked up a little bit, didn't I?" Just a little Garrett inside his head is like crossing his arms, shaking his head. Meanwhile, outside, he's probably giving stares over to Ivo.
Shit. All right.
What do you guys do?
Is it?
What's your name?
You're right.
Oh, my name's Jürgen.
Jürgen.
Yes, I'm just a worker there. That's it. I'm in charge of the imports, what comes in and out of the warehouse. That's it.
Jürgen, I'd recommend perhaps staying away from your employers. They're into some very...
Unpleasant business.
Well, that's the diplomatic way of putting it.
That can't be the case.
Yeah.
The Ordo is a charity. We help the sick and the needy.
Well, maybe some of them. Anyways, I let go of him, I'll put 2 shillings in his hand before letting him go. But if you have a reason to stay out of work, I suggest you do so for a couple until the end of Schaffenfest.
That sounds like bribery to get him to stop. Would you like me to roll that for you? This would be to gauge his, sorry we beat you up, but please stay quiet and out of the way. Check.
You know
Go
what?
ahead.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, make a bribery.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So you
Well,
give
I
him
guess
2
that's just pure guessing, huh?
Yeah, so at this point, yeah,
Do
it's
I have a
guess.
town that actually reverses bribery? Let me check real quick.
Yeah, do that.
Browser, Shadow, Gregarious. Nope, nah, not one of those.
Yeah, okay.
Just had to double check. You know what? I got extra fortune point. This is exactly what it's for. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Oh, let's-
Roll 20 is rolling very high today. All right.
oh boy.
The dice gods hate everyone equally today.
Oh my.
Well, you can
So-
still try to throw the 2 shillings at him and see how that works. I just gave you the nod.
He's looking at you. He's scared. He's looking very worried, very concerned. He says, I'll keep quiet.
2 shillings, 2 shillings and a penny. What the hell?
Good.
But yeah.
Then before we leave, just clarify exactly where the 2 of them are. And I'm just going to get and memorize the information.
Where the 2 of who are?
Tugin and his boss in particular, which I already forgot the name of.
Tugin. His boss is Klaus Hagen.
So Tugin and Klaus.
Yeah. He's somewhere in the Adel Ring. We'll say, yeah, he probably. This Magistrate Richter's, this will be Klaus Hagen right here. And Tugin's house. Ooh, I'm gonna go get that up anyway. One sec. Hmm.
So one of them is a rich boy, which
There we
makes
go.
things difficult.
Okay, Tugin's house is right there. Got it. So Johannes Tugin.
I'm just waiting for it to pop up so I can see. Oh, we got Richter's. Oh, there we go.
Yep, right down there. This
Hey,
is Tugin. This is Richter's. You've already been there.
they're all rich boys.
And
Firmly rich boys.
we've got Klaushagen right there.
Gosh, we're gonna know the names of every single merchant in the city, and that they're all in on this by the end of this.
Now, so he scampers away, goes into his house, and scampers upstairs to wherever his flat is.
Oh yeah, and we'll hand him back his keys.
And yeah, what do you guys want to do?
So, I mean, we could try see how our luck is with one of those two, but
Well, they're both rich boys. The first one, I already didn't want to try to invade his home because it is well guarded in the richest part of the city. And now the other one is also in the same place. And naturally, all eyes will still be on that. So unless we want to go and kick down their door, we still gotta
that's
find their warehouses, their properties.
yeah. Last thing we need is given the given the new captain public reason to go kill it.
Right. I'd like to at least stay as low as we've been so far. Threat random dock workers aside here. So we have to get information somewhere. I think we need someone literate for that. I mean, I could always just start asking around. But it's already late at night.
Could go back see about grabbing one of the others.
Besides, there's too many properties too. And Garrett is just rubbing his head. Kind of right back where we started. Damn it, I should have actually taken that piece of paper. I just assumed that this guy was it and he was going to take his evidence with him. Well, maybe we could go break in there on our way back in to talk to everyone. See if we can grab the note, and that's at least one piece of evidence, right?
True that.
Flimsy and non-committal as the evidence is.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I wonder. Obviously, the local authorities can't be trusted, but who is it who actually owns this land? Like the area around Bergenhafen?
I think that'd be a question for Lady Typhane.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was me for a bit, but...
Wouldn't that make things interesting? But we don't have what it takes ourselves. Someone who has the clout to actually pull in witch hunters would certainly take some of the burden off our shoulders.
We only have a few days left anyway. If they came from Altdorf, it'd already be too late. About all we can do is find out where this is happening and then throw the dwarf at it.
Sure enough.
So, how do we figure out which particular warehouse this event is going to be at? We know where these two men live. We know their properties, more or less, or at least Klaus's. We figured that out, earlier today. But there's just too many of them. How do we narrow it down?
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm no investigator. I'm not sure where to start right now. Let's go meet back with the others, see if they got any idea.
Well, at least we can inform them we didn't get anything. Mission failure. So, back across the river then, huh?
Okay, 3 pence each.
I'll go ahead and pay his way too. I'm down to 2 pence.
Total?
4 shillings.
Oh, you have some money.
I still got more. I can still go back and forth, but it's starting
Just a little. All right. Okay. So you go back, move your icons back to the house. You meet up with everybody. You explain what happened.
He didn't have a clue.
Looks like the note actually belonged to his boss, Klaus Hagen, also in the Edelring.
Well, at least we have 2, perhaps even 3 people involved at this at the highest level in the city. But, checking the text of the note. All I had to do.
While you're doing that, are you still getting feedback, Theta?
I
Are you still hearing
haven't.
feedback?
I did it just now. Yep, I hear it. I still hear it.
You're hearing feedback from me?
Yeah, it's not all the time. It's like, I don't know. It's like when I get louder, or somebody is talking louder. Sometimes it comes through on your end.
How? Ay.
Oof.
Yeah, oof is right. I got a headset on. Nothing coming through speakers. Let me double check. Yeah, nothing coming out of speakers, so it's pure headset.
Say something really loud, Griff.
Hello.
I said really loud.
I mean, that's as loud as I get.
Ivo, say something in normal volume.
Greetings.
See, the problem is it's done on all the time. So just continue. I'll point it out again if it happens.
Okay. Boy, that's weird.
Alright, so we got the dwarf, we got Alberich. Well, what do we do? I can always go back and grab that note. I'll probably have Dor help me. But I'd like to wait for him to be back for that. Or just wait for it. We still need to find warehouses, and then we need to narrow down on them somehow.
And you can also get money
Oh, true. Yeah, we could also get money.
back at the town hall tomorrow.
Yes, if we want to be swarmed by guards and cut down, and so you get that.
Okay, so you guys rest the night.
I think that sounds like a good plan for now.
Yeah.
Everyone, I assume you have no money. You're eating poorly, so 5 pence, 6 pence to eat poorly.
How much is it for good food? Just 1 penny?
1 shilling.
1 shilling. Okay, I should have said that.
Want to remind again that I am completely broke and living off the pockets of you all.
Correct.
And everybody eating poorly. So who's going to pay for Garrick's food, Durak's food? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone?
Sure, Derek.
I'll pay.
There you go.
And everyone eating poorly, make a percentile roll. You don't want a 10 or less.
That was not an endurance check.
No, this is just 10% chance, just flat out. Then you make an endurance if you can potentially get the galloping trots. All right. And everyone else is good. You wake up in the morning. As you step outside, the talk is of the moon. People swear they started seeing a face. And what do you guys want to do?
Garrett is just gonna go straight out, and he's gonna just start talking and gossiping in order to gather information about, the warehouses that Klaus and Tugan both own. He's just gonna try getting an idea of how many in the city they own, and where they are, so that at least he can cross out all the ones that aren't theirs.
Go ahead, make gossip. This one's easy, plus 40.
Answer's gonna come back, oh, all of them!
Yeah, all of them. There you go. No, Tugan, you find out, is the biggest merchant, the most successful merchant in the city. He owns a fair number of warehouses on both sides. You don't have to mark them out because over his warehouses is a rose. It's the old York style rose from Britain. So it's like goes north, south, east, west, each petal.
Okay.
And it's over every single one that he owns. And there's quite a few of them. I'll go ahead and change the color. He's got one up here. He's got one over here, one over here, one down here, and another one there. So he's got about 6 warehouses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
All we have to do is plan 6 break-ins and...
Can we compare those? Sorry, was this Tugan or Kagan's?
This is Tugan's. Now,
Okay.
Klaus Hagen, I'll change the color of that just so it shows a little different. Only has a couple warehouses, one there and one there.
And I assume none that have any apparent joint ownership, or none that both visits.
No.
And I think you said last time the Ordo Septenarius one here had a rose, so that's also Tugan's.
Yeah. But he gave it to the Septenarius.
So, if I were a betting man, I'd say it's probably either one of these or one of these.
Oh, so you think it might actually be, Klaus's warehouses? The green ones.
Let's see. Either way,
Green ones are Klaus.
even if it is Tugan's, it's probably somewhere where they can move stuff between the two a lot quicker and more discreetly. So the pairs that are really close together would be the simple ones.
So you think we should go back across and then check out this one, and perhaps this one as well while we're at it?
Actually, there's 2 on this side. We could check one of those first.
3, actually. We did already check out this one, which was mostly cabbages.
Oh yeah, I mean the one on the other end.
Oh, this requires, stealth and subtlety, I'm sure. Especially like we did last time investigating the last warehouse.
Look,
So
if we really got desperate, we could always see about creating a small bit of arson as a distraction. Not that I would recommend that if we could avoid it.
Well, I guess burning it down, would technically save it. Yeah, if we just burn the whole city down, there won't be a city left to lose later on, right?
I didn't mean... Oh, whatever.
So far, it sounds like Durek and Albrecht have been rather quiet about the whole thing. How does Durok feel about all this conversation going around?
He finds it confusing.
It appears Albrecht might have slept through that. I don't know. We'll give him a small kick if need be.
I'll wake
just-
him up by noon. So I suppose we could go. As you said, there is one of Klaus's on this side of the river. We could always go ahead and check that out.
I don't know. It's supposed to be witchcraft and stuff. They're at least getting ready to do. Any chance we could just see about passing Door near them, see if he feels anything?
Sure, Dor, why don't you come with us? And if you happen to sense magic around that warehouse, at least we know to narrow in on it more.
Yeah. Okay, Dor agrees.
All right.
So where do you want to go? Put your token to where you want to go first. Okay, and you're not trying to break in or anything, right?
Right,
You're-
not currently. We're just people on the streets, walking by, taking a look and seeing what's the activity around the place right now.
Okay, so
Which is to say we're casing the joint.
yeah, you're casing it. I get it. And he makes a roll. He senses no magic
Well,
where
that's
you're
good.
at here. And you continue up and down the bank, so I'll just make three more rolls.
Should
At
we
least
make
these
any
two
for,
are
what we-
pretty close to each other, so
Yes?
these two are pretty close to each other, so
Okay. So
checking them both out in quick succession shouldn't be too big of an issue.
you're walking along. There is activity because of the Schaffenfest. Pretty much almost every warehouse has people loading or unloading goods from ships and or onto carts that'll eventually haul them over land. And he does not sense magic up here.
Now, obviously, if someone was walking around these wearing purple, that would be too easy, especially since it's the pool district. But I'll keep an eye out for anyone suspicious, I suppose.
Yeah. And you notice that the watch is much higher than normal. From what you remember yesterday, it looks like they've doubled the patrols along the warehouses.
I wonder if that's in response to anything, like reckless dwarves.
Yeah, nah, it's probably just a coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, given what the captain's up to, I mean, it could actually be just according to plan.
I don't think they know where we are yet, so at least that's not a thing we should worry about. So I assume from all of this that at least passing by the warehouses, nothing seems off about them at all.
Nothing at all.
No one's doing anything weird, like only moving boxes out and not putting anything back in and stuff like that.
It's business as usual.
And it would be nice to check inside, but I would need Door's help. And last time, I don't think it was clarified how long invisibility lasts.
Willpower bonus minutes, I think. I'd have to go check.
So, like
Minutes at a
4.
time.
What's that?
So, if memory serves, that'd be like 4 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, somewhere around there. Long enough to get something done. I'll go check it here in a second. I'm not liking the way these boxes look. So, all right. Yeah, so assume minutes. 4 or 5 minutes.
For a moment, I thought you said Wendy's boxes, and I got very confused.
No, I don't like these boxes, how they're looking. So I'm just changing them over to dots. All right. Let's take a look. Did he get all of his spells in? I hope so. Spellbook. And this is one of his lore spells, Shroud of Invisibility. You wrap the target in Shroud of Ugu. And and he's got to tell me which one he's memorized. But yeah, you wrap it is for willpower. Oh, it's rounds for willpower bonus. Not long at all.
Oof, if it's a matter of rounds, that is
Yeah.
hardly enough time.
Yeah.
That is cause for concern.
Yeah, that's not very long.
Yeah, unless you were just going out and grabbing something.
Which is
That was-
essentially what I did last time, so.
That's a
This is
holdover
true.
from 2E. I remember they had invisibility, but it lasted almost no time. All right.
Hmm. Should we check the last one on this end, or
Well, as
see if
long
we
as
can
we're just
try and
having
get
a
in?
walk, we may as well. Let's see if our radar picks up anything here.
Yeah, let's find out. He will make another perception. And here it is. And he does not sense any magic coming from down here or the Ordo.
Yeah, that would have been too easy, I suppose.
Well, at least we know that the order one is correct. But, this one is still the one we are most suspicious on this side of the bank before we actually cross over and do anything. So it would be nice to get a better look. But how are we going to do that, especially with extra guards?
Well, not likely, but given the amount of weirdness we saw last time we were on the ground, I imagine if they are trying to be more covert.
They did like using the sewers. How much do you want to bet that some of these warehouses actually connect straight to it?
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I just, part of me regrets thinking it.
The idea of going back down isn't very pleasant either. If only we could go to the town hall and get some handy schematics of the city that might indicate which warehouses are most easily entered to from the sewers. But alas, our debts await there, as well as our paychecks.
Yep.
We'll never get.
Well, I suppose if there were any smugglers or any other kind of activity, they might have some parts of that mapped out.
You know what? You're right, actually. We could ask some of Albrecht's new friends, maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe they already have that information. And maybe Typhane will be willing to pass along some money to pay for it.
Let's see what kind of money she has. She seemed pretty broke, too. I will check, though.
If I end up being the wealthiest person in this party at the moment, I am going to laugh.
We haven't gotten paid for like a handful of things. So.
She's got a single gold crown and 11 pennies.
Viva
Not exactly overflowing.
la evolution!
I might cash it right now just as our bargaining chip to see how much it's worth. I don't imagine it should be worth more than a few shillings, but let's find out.
Yeah.
So, what's your next step?
Well, if the whole adventuring thing doesn't pan out, maybe I should become a professional prize fighter.
I think getting back to our friends over at the Molten Troll is kind of the key right now, and we'd always pay for multiple people to go back across the river.
Do you want to pay for multiple people to go back across the river?
That's the question.
I'll cover it.
Okay. So all of you take the ferry down to here. And you want to go to the Molten Troll. Harball will pay for himself.
Yeah. I would suggest maybe taking Door and checking out this warehouse for magic while I go and talk.
Door can check all of them. Let me go ahead and there's his character. He will make 1. 2, 3. There's 3 along that stretch, or 2? There's only 2. He's not sensing any magic.
There's
At this point,
one
I'm
and
not
this one.
surprised. Though, now I'm just imagining that our whole party is marching like single file down the docks.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Oh no, it's
not
fine.
like that.
I got
not
that
like
mental image, and it's just funny.
All right.
But yeah, so they go for the walk. I'll go to the molten troll.
Okay. You're going to the molten troll. And what's everyone else doing? You don't want to go get paid? Or are you too afraid to step foot in there?
Albert will also
Come
go
on,
to the molten troll.
all to Dliakaflats to watch people get horribly stabbed in front of a live audience. Nah.
Alberic, what about you? What were you going to say?
I'll head to the molten troll with Garrett.
Okay, so Garrett, where are you? Where's your token? Oh, you're already over there. So you and Alberic are going through.
I'll join in as well, since that seems to be my designated sub-party at this point.
Garrett, as you're going through town, and again, many crowds are out. They're all heading to the Schaffenfest, day 3 of it. As you're walking through, the crowd suddenly open up, and you see a filthy-looking wretch with long, straggly hair. He stands in one of the town squares amongst a crowd of people, shouting and shaking his fist at nothing in particular. And you hear, before you even see him, "Doomed! We are all doomed! Chaos is upon us! The signs are everywhere!" Occasionally, his rantings make some kind of sense. And as you approach, he looks at you, Garrett, and he says, "You!" And he points his finger straight out at you. "You have the mark of chaos on you." And then
I'm going back through my head real quick and wondering, do I have anything on me at all?
Then he shouts again up at the sky. He says, "I see 7. I see 9. All they had will be mine, mine, mine. The star within the circle is the sign of death. Beware the man who is not a man." And with that, you see him just sort of frantically look around, and he starts scrambling through the crowds away from you and down a side street.
I need to make a transcript of that in my head real quick, if you don't mind. Man who is
The flatulence and doomsayers.
yeah.
No, wait, doomsayer is an actual thing. The flatulence.
Yeah.
Always
Would you mind
sorts of a good
repeating it real quick
time,
for me, just so I can write it down?
I see 7. I see 9. All they had will be mine, mine, mine. The star within the circle is the sign of death. Beware the man who is not a man.
Jokes about cross-dressers notwithstanding.
I see, I see what you're pinging the whole time there.
Oh good, I thought I was being too subtle.
Star within the circle, yeah. Still, that does basically inform us as far as we've gone. I'm not sure what the 7 and 9 thing is about yet. But, onwards to, buying information, I think, and hoping the crowd doesn't pay too much attention to me after that outburst. Maybe shrinking back into the shadows a little bit.
Okay. So you slink back into the shadows. You continue down to the molten troll, and you go in. And you see, what's his name again? Ah! You see the tall, wiry guy with a dagger, still cleaning his fingernails, almost endlessly cleaning his fingernails. Go. And his name is Bauman. It says you again. Yes?
Yeah, me again.
There's two big, huge twin bodyguards behind him.
Just looking for a little bit of extra information today.
He's on a bar stool with his back to the bar. There's two bodyguards on each side. Yeah, what now?
Well, can't ask the obvious place, but I figured you and your folk might be a little bit more familiar with the local sewer system than we are.
We might
There's a
be.
handful of warehouses we're looking at. I wonder if you know if any of them happen to connect directly into it.
Oh,
Have some
close
sort of
by.
manhole straight into the warehouse. The friends we're after seemed like they really liked those routes.
None. None of them
None at
have
all.
privies. None at all.
Hmm.
Not on
Well,
either side.
that is a complicating factor.
Many of them have river entrances, but you have to look really close. They're
River
pretty
entrances.
well concealed. Yep.
All right then.
Do you know which of the warehouses of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 have river entrances?
Because if they
Now,
have river entrances, they also have sewer entrances.
Well, unless they're just using the river as a sewer, but
quite a few of them actually. He points. He says, here, 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 and up here. They use them for smuggling in goods that they don't necessarily want the watch to see.
Now,
yeah.
that's what I like to hear.
1, 2. I'm going to make them a little bigger so they stand out. 3.
But yeah, so none of the ones on the Western Dam.
No.
All right. Well,
I don't suppose then, of those 4, you happen to know what Kloss and Tugan happen to store in those warehouses, do you?
No idea.
No idea? Never heard. Well, worth a shot at the very least.
yeah. And now, well, got a bit of a better strategy for getting there.
Well, we have a strategy, but last I checked, I can't swim.
Oh, a better strategy than trying to go through the front door, anyways.
That's true. I suppose we could always watch for activity on the river, see who's actually doing smuggling as of late. And that might narrow down the warehouses if they're going in and out. And of course, on the last day that we have, if we see a lot of people suddenly going into somewhere, then I think that might clinch it, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, assuming they abandon subtlety, but still, we got a direction.
What do you guys want to do
Hmm.
next?
We got the whole team over here. Our target is on this side. We still have basically most of the day here. We have a trap waiting to spring on us. And the longer we let it sit there, the more free time we have, honestly. Hmm. And Door didn't detect anything yet.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Let's see.
Well,
I
I
suppose I
could.
could do the first initial bit of casing, which is to actually locate those river entrances so that I am aware of where they are and we can plan around them. We
Yeah,
know that they're
exactly.
there. I just have to see them and make sure that we can spot them later.
So you do that, and yes, 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 here and here, right in front. Under the docks, you have to really look very carefully, but under the docks, it looks like you could get a flatboat into the river entrance, goes in a little ways to the warehouse.
So
Very
either
nice.
we get a flatboat or we try and climb in from climb in up from the docks themselves.